I got getting on with another breakdown. Yes, we go talk about the supposed weather, this bad weather that's going on. And I already told you all disaster. They're showing you right here coming for the masses. And I'm gonna show you that this earth right here is gonna be destroyed. And the reason why they can do this and get away with it, killing off a lot of people with these supposed natural disasters, which I tell you is not natural, all created by the supposed people that control you here on earth. You understand that? The fallen angels bloodlines, they're the one who doing these things to destroy the masses. And I already tell you, it's all about depopulation, and they're already almost close to their number, which is 500 million. So when they keep telling you about the global warming, that they're packing up the masses' head with every chance they get, they're only telling you that so you accept the disaster that's coming. You understand that? And they tell you it's you caused the global warming by whatever footprint you left on earth. So yes, these people gonna hide under the global warming supposedly trend or the agenda just to destroy the masses with more disasters. We go get into this right here and break it down. And you tell me if you see this where you at. Yes, any kind of disaster can destroy the people. That's how they depopulate the people without nobody understand or know about it. Pay attention here.
Later this afternoon and tonight for widespread destructive winds, hail, and possibly some tornadoes. This includes parts of a half dozen states. List them all: Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia.
And one thing you need to understand, this is the first thing you need to get to your head, people. Yes, these people actually doing it. That's why they know exactly where it's going, when it started, and everything else. And like I said, they can break it down to you and tell you what kind of element gotta mix for you to get these deadly supposedly disasters. That means they can do it 100%. They're spraying some kind of chemical in the element to get you these supposedly disasters. That's why you see the supposedly chemtrails 100% in. Pay attention.
West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, big cities like Knoxville, Tennessee, Richmond, Virginia, Baltimore, even our nation's capital are going to be at risk. We have winds that could be exceeding 80 miles an hour today.
Listen, people, 80 miles per hour wind. Why would that be coming to in these places? Why? How can you track the wind and where it gonna end up? How many miles it gonna reach at a certain point? I already told you that's because it's all fixed, the whole thing. 100% in. Listen.
This is the highest severe threat for DC in 10 years. The last time we were under a level 4 out of 5 threat was back in June of 2013. Now, back in 2019, we had a significant wind threat. But when we look at the all-encompassing threats that we have today, to see that pink shade that we have from parts of Western Virginia all the way right up into our nation's capital to include portions of Maryland.
So you hear that, people? So you tell me, how could this right here be something that's naturally just happen, and these people can track it down, make shades and break it down for you to understand? What do you think, people? It's all a design plan, and like I say, you're living in a controlled environment. Just keep that in mind. All these things that's happening was created by the peoples who control you. They're the one who doing all of this shit. Yes, the rain fall from the sky, but what they mix with that element to give you tornadoes, to give you hail, to give you snowstorm, blizzard and everything. What do you think? I already told you. You're in control by the peoples.
This is a concerning trend. I mean, over the weekend, it was quite active through the Midwest.
Yes,
and all of this working together. A town, for example, of Kincaid, Illinois. A multi-vortex tornado formed yesterday near that city. It was over mostly rural areas. But we've had nearly 500 severe reports from Friday into Sunday. 14 reports of just tornadoes.
You hear that, people? And the tornadoes will turn these houses into rubble. No doubt about it. There's no supposedly bricks and them things can stop it. Those supposedly stick house. They build house out of sticks. That's what it is. So now when they make these tornadoes, it's gonna be destructive. Leave your heart off your home. No doubt about it. This is a plan. design plan.
We
Bam.
still have damage surveys that are to be done. This was that video out of Kincaid, Illinois. It was a significant storm to watch.
Look at this.
Prior to this one on Saturday in the town of Bering, Missouri, we had an EF2 tornado.
So who is really sitting there recording this shit right here, people? And like I say, they have name for them, EF and all of them shits, because they create it 100%. They can track it, every move it make, because they're the one who put it together. Watch.
Through. So the atmosphere that we're dealing with, at least as we gear up for today's threat, is significant. And it has the threat of us dealing with tornadoes. I know the highlight is the wind. The wind's going to be a big deal, but the tornadoes, we can't sleep on that either.
That's right. You know, anytime the Storm Prediction Center calls a system complicated, it's a complicated active severe weather system that we're watching, you need to be mindful of that. You need to keep an eye on the radar, keep an eye to Fox Weather, and have that safety plan in place.
So you see that, people, you need to keep your eye on Fox Weather. They tell you right here, because it's Fox News right here giving you Fox Weather live. They have a weather channel also. But one thing I tell you, people, if you follow these people, you're going to be in trouble. So like I say, they make the hurricane and these supposedly twisters, and they actually watching them, following them, and then they tell you to run. You see that right there? Like I say, people, control environment. We're like animals in zoo. They give us the environment and everything in it.
Things are going to start unfolding as we head into the afternoon hours. A lot of folks are going to be heading home from work. It's that evening commute that's going to be impacted the most and taking us into the evening hours in general. We look at where things are right now. We do have some storms starting to pop up across parts of western Pennsylvania, Punxsutawney over towards Pittsburgh. That's where we're getting in on some of those thunderstorms. But Stephen, as we head through this afternoon, this particular area is that warm sector. We are right between two boundaries, two fronts, where we can start to really see the instability put in place and these storms really start to fire up.
The instability put in place. So they know what kind of temperature and everything that this need to flow. You don't understand. That's the way they do it. It's all a design plan right here to ruffle the people right here. They have to get up and move. They tell them ahead of time to run. Bam. Now take a look at this right here in Beijing, China right here. And remember, they always start the damn destruction right there. Just like they give you with your COVID. Pay attention to this right here. This could come to your city at any point. Even if you live somewhere that never flooded before, these are new times. Just like you see record heat killing off the people. When it's winter time, record cold. Yes, people dying. The same thing. Now they're going to flood you out. That's what it is. Just keep the biblical flood that they tell you about in mind. The way they can destroy people. And they just blame it on the global warming. That's it. Remember, all of these things that they're showing you, flood and everything, they're going to tell you it's global warming. So pay attention. Look at this. There you go. Take a look at this right here. Look, cars swallowed up by these waters right here. And like I say, they can let it rain for weeks. And this is what you're going to end up with right here. Nobody's safe from these disasters that they got planned in the end times. Remember, they can end the world with water. Like they tell you that the Creator tell you he won't destroy the earth with water again. But they trick you. You understand that? It's all games they're playing. What they tell you coming up, you're never going to be understanding what hit you when you see these disasters. Pay attention. You see that? How can you live in these kind of water right here, covering cars, halfway in homes and everything? Pay attention. This is what you're going to see worldwide. Take a look. The whole place swallowed up with water. And remember, they tell you already that New York going to flood because of the supposed ice glacier melting, rising the water, supposedly level, and New York gonna flood. So take a look at what coming. Yes, don't be making it foreign to you. This can happen anywhere in the world, at any point. And like I say, a good way they have planned to destroy the masses without people suspecting that it's them doing it. 100%, like I say, that's how they depopulate the people. You could have thousands of people die at the same time. Nobody pay attention because it's just rain and flood. See that? Pay attention. Look, that's roof.
Had been found in the west of Beijing, apparently killed in the flood. Residents are posting videos on social media showing cars floating in the water. As well, the residents of the area walking along
and these rushing waters will take homes and everything. Cars gonna be washing past in these things right here. This is destruction. No doubt about it. And like I say, they show you these things in China to let you understand it can show up at your doorstep. That's the reason why they do it. Right here. Let's get used to it.
The government has reported that about 31,000 people have been forced to leave their homes.
There you go. That's what they do.
Emergency services in the Chinese capital and neighboring provinces in northern China have warned residents of the ongoing danger. Authorities are urging residents of the country.
And what you have to understand, people, this is just the scratch of the surface. They're just letting you get used to the place get flooded. They're letting you get used to that shit happening all over the world. So you won't be basically surprised when you're seeing these happening right here. Roof blowing off houses. The rain falls so much that it cover cars and everything. You see that? Like I say, easy way for them to get away with the destruction of the people. Blaming it on the weather, natural disasters they call it. But it's them doing it. You understand? That's how they're gonna do it. And they already tell you, or they convince you already about the global warming causing all of these shit. So of course, they're ready. Pay attention. The end of times is right here. Look at these cars and washing away.
Heavy rain and flooding hit Beijing on Monday, July 21.
As I tell you people, the world is a stage. All of this shit is designed to kill the people. As you could see the pyramid right there. All satanic shit. What they call disaster. Move.
Those incredible images from Alaska. At least 2 homes crashing into floodwaters sparked by rapidly melting glaciers.
So you hear that, people? Melted glaciers. Rapidly melted glaciers caused this right here. Flood in Alaska. So Alaska is affected by the melted glacier. The same one that they tell you're gonna destroy the world. You have to remember this, people. With them telling you that the God tell them that they're not gonna destroy the earth with water again. Tell you one thing, that's how they're gonna do it. You better understand everything they give you backwards. Bam.
Well, other homes are now at serious risk. Here's ABC's Zoreen Shaw.
Oh, there goes.
Look at this shit right here, people. And don't worry about it. Soon that shit gonna happen to this one as well. Because what happened is the water wash away all the dirt from underneath it. That's this building sit on. So of course the same thing gonna happen to the bigger one right there.
Tonight, the dramatic moment a massive house collapses into this river in Alaska.
We were just watching the banks just slowly erode, and all of a sudden the whole roof and everything just came down.
Watch as the raging rapids of the Mendenhall River erode the banks in Juneau, triggering the destruction. This giant tree toppling into the rushing water before being swept downstream. Officials tonight issuing an emergency declaration, blaming the flooding on the rapid melting of the Mendenhall Glacier.
I don't believe that, people. That's 100% bullshit. They tell you about ice melting, ice glacier melting, and it caused this rushing water. Where is the ice glacier? Where it's at? Okay, so we know Alaska is cold. Where is the ice glacier that they're talking about? Like I say, people, all psyops they give you, 100% is set up. All the things that they give you, government operation. Yes, so when you see these places flooded, don't be thinking is what they tell you it is. Or ice glacier.
Experts say Alaska is warming at twice the rate compared to the rest of the country. That warming contributing to this unprecedented flooding event.
This is a 1% to a 0.2% chance of this type of flood taking place at any given time. So this is
what you gotta understand, people. The warming is gonna happen in the winter as well. When I say warming, it meaning that it's gonna be extreme cold. You get more blizzards in these times because of what? The same global warming that caused ice glacier to melt. You understand what's going on here? It's bullshit.
Very rare event.
The Mendenhall Glacier, considered the region's crown jewel, drawing thousands of tourists each year.
Yes, anything have to do with these tourists visiting it, you know already it's government shit. 100%.
Right now, officials say the banks of the Mendenhall River remain highly unstable tonight, and they are urging people to stay away. Lindsay?
We
Yes,
understand.
they're urging people to stay away. But I already told you they're running their side up there. They're the one who doing all of that destruction to the people. Move. Now, take a look at this right here, people. Pay attention. Now, we just show you water all the way in China or even in Alaska where they say glacier melting. But pay attention to this. This is Germany right here. And look what you see on the ground. That's not snow. That's hailstone, people. It hail so much, the whole place full with it like snow. Can you imagine that, people? These rocks like ice falling out the sky. Pay attention here, like I said, all man-made for the destruction of the people. Look at this right here. Can you imagine this shit? Look. So right there is kind of a little bit slushy, but pay attention, people. That's not snow. Look at this shit right here. There you go.
Germany was transformed into a winter wonderland on Friday due to a severe hailstorm.
See that?
The streets were covered with a layer of hail measuring around 30 centimeters. To clear the icy masses, snowplows were brought in.
So this is all hail, people. This tell you one thing. Nothing is supposed to be impossible when it comes to these weather activities. Do you get it? You can see these hails anywhere. That's what you need to understand. Anywhere in the world can just start raining hail. Remember, the hailiness are part of the supposed to be in the times that they tell you about. You understand what I'm saying? These are the signs that they're showing you. They're the one who doing it. And like I say, it's for the destruction of everybody in the earth. For the reset. There you go. And it's non-stop.
Images shared on social media show the city resembling a scene from winter rather than the height of summer.
There you go. It's the height of summer. Like I tell you, nothing is impossible. So there you go, people. Just like I showed you earlier, where it caused all their supposed to be warming, melting ice in Alaska, but bam, it making ice right here in Germany. Do you get it? It's the same warming. Like I say, people, the global warming is too cold. It happens in every direction you go. The global warming is actually running the whole thing. Like I say, good way to destroy the people. They got the result right there to put it on, to blame it on global warming. That's the reason why ice fall from the sky, and that's the reason why everything get hot. Wow.
Was circulating on the microblogging platform X, formerly known as Twitter, captured the moment a postal worker struggled to make his way through the ice-covered streets.
Look at this, and you see what they did? These youths actually eating it, and that's a no-no. You have to understand, remember, that hail don't fall naturally, people. In the heart of summer, what is ice coming from the sky? You have to understand, and look how it piled up. You better understand that's not real water that form ice. So what is these people doing? Eating it. Wow, that's a dangerous substance right there made from chemical. So what you think gonna happen if you put it in your body? That's dumb.
The video is believed to have been recorded in Reutlingen, showcasing the extent of the hailstorm's impact on the city. According to a spokesperson for the city, the hail and heavy rain occurred around 4:15 p.m.
Moving. So you have to understand, people, since this is the summer, you have all this hailstone fall. Of course, it's gonna melt and become slushy. You can see that it actually running right there, like water underneath it. You see that right there? There you go. You're gonna turn into slush. There you go. It's already
reported
moving.
by the authorities.
There you go.
Despite the unusual weather, the residents of Reutlingen managed to avoid any harm caused by the unexpected storm. The sudden hailstorm in Reutlingen echoes another recent weather event in Colorado, USA.
You hear that? We did a video on that also. I'll break it down in a podcast with the hailstones in Colorado. This is how they do it, people. Like I say, it's gonna be strange disasters worldwide. Look out for it because it is the end of times. Look what else they got. Move.
And I want to ask you a question. What would you do if you could control what goes on in your body?
Listen to this right here, people, and it's gonna reveal a lot of things that I already tell you as far as the control of the people by the government. You understand? Now they take your DNA and they're supposed to be running experiment on you right now. They can target an individual by having your DNA, and plus they tag you with a damn chip. 100%. So pay attention to what they got for the New World Order right here. Pay attention. Listen.
If you could program it, so to speak.
Program it.
Would you set an alarm that forces your eyes to open in time for work or class? Or would you program your muscles to keep flexing even while you slept, to burn those extra calories while you're dreaming?
Yes, and they're telling you all the good stuff. But you better know it's for the destruction of mankind. Anything they bring in, technology, any one of those things, medicine, it's all for your destruction. Listen.
Or would you be even more ambitious? Would you try and fix underlying medical issues by manually controlling your body? I ask all of this because this
manually control your body. You listen that? All in the name of what? DNA. Again.
Where humans seem to be headed. A new research paper has been published by scientists in Switzerland. They say they can send electric commands directly to human DNA, meaning they can make human genes obey external commands.
Bam. They can make human genes obey the commands? Like I tell you, people, that's the reason why they have the 23andMe ancestors, all of them shits, to take your DNA. And like I say, I tell you before, a lot of times, now they can individualize you. They can move a switch, press a button, and it affect one person. Because they have your DNA and they already tip you or basically tag you with the juice. Once you have the juice, you can pay with your hands, wave your hand, pay and everything and go. That's the new world they're bringing in. Even though you might see the ones in the supermarket that they have, they supposedly be, self-checkout. And you hear it acting crazy and talking all kind of shit and you be like, this shit is not smart. But what you have to understand, they only give you this for now. They have the more advanced, supposedly AI that gonna actually take over everything. You're gonna run the human being life right down to destruction. Bam.
They claim to have a proof of concept for this electrogenetic interface.
Listen.
And they say this is the future of wearable medical devices.
Here they're talking about wearable medical devices. Wearable? Like I say, people, they already chip you. They don't need no other machine tag to you. They already chip you 100%. So let them keep going round and round talking about you're going to be able to do these wonderful things with a damn device. Pay attention. They already chip you. They go to
DNA. An
DNA.
electrogenetic interface. That's what scientists at the ETH Zurich University are calling their new discovery. They have found a way to talk to human DNA.
Talk to human DNA. And like I say, people, how would they supposedly come up with that kind of data to figure that out? Like I say, they have to take your DNA. Majority of the people give it up easy. in the name of something else. You understand? Pay attention.
Give human genes commands using electricity.
Wow.
Thus the name electrogenetic. The scientists from Switzerland just published a paper detailing their findings.
And don't worry about it. Switzerland, I think they already have that chip. A lot of people put that microchip in their hand to make life easier for them. So don't worry about them. They're making the new world. They're carving the way for the next set of the people around the world.
They are quite excited about the potential their research has in the field of wearable electronic devices.
Wearable.
Let's first talk about what they did. How the scientists proved their concept. They took a mouse with type...
Damn. Always gonna go to a mouse. Like I say, it's bullshit. If you believe it, you're 100% dumb. A mice don't build up like a human. You're looking at a mice, you're looking at a human, you're dumb as a rock. Why would you believe that they can work an experiment on a damn rat and then tell you the result of what it can do to the human being? How would you buy that? Your brain shallow or what? You can't buy that shit. A rat is a rat. A rat got no fucking brain. That's what you need to remember. Can you see a rat brain? How big it is? Come on, man. Don't tell us about your working experiment on rat to prove the result on human. That's bullcrap.
Diabetes and attached some human cells to it. Yes. The human cells were capable of producing insulin. That's the essential hormone that controls your blood sugar levels.
I already told you people, all those devices gonna kill you. It's for the masses destruction. Just like I show you with the weather. It's all a design plan. And they acting like it's natural disaster. Natural disasters happening, killing you. They're acting like they're coming to save you, but it's shit they make to kill you.
People develop diabetes when their bodies are unable to regulate their blood sugar levels on their own. Coming back to the experiment with the mouse.
There you go again. Now I will show you some white mouse that you'll never see in your real life. You're never gonna see these white rat that they have in the supposedly labs. Like I say, they're creating rats, dogs, and all these animals they give you for pets. Same way they do right here. You understand that? What kind of rat is this? You seen a rat like this in the street? In your home? You better wake your ass up. Lab rats is rat that they make in labs. They tell you about their working experiment.
Put acupuncture needles into the test subject, right where the human genes had been attached. This allowed the scientists to transmit commands to the human DNA via electricity.
There you go.
Almost like a small electric shock to tell the human genes to start making insulin.
Yes, and it can also send a shock to kill you 100% in or make you sick. Once they can remote control something in your body, they can make you sick. And that's exactly what they want. Right there.
And it apparently worked. The scientists say their electrogenetic interface allowed them to supply insulin to the mouse in a timely manner. That too by using a standard set of AA batteries.
Yeah, so you tell me, how much insulin did you pump in the mouse? How can you judge it on a human being? The level of a human being, and you're comparing to a little small rat. All bullshit they're telling you. Like I say, people, you've been chipped. 100%. They shot everybody up. That means everybody have that technology in their body. And a lot of people don't understand, but yes, those poles is there, those 5G pole that they call them. Remember when they was putting them up and everybody start talking about it and make a big old noise about it, they just calm down. All of a sudden they're there. You look around and poof, they're sitting there. What you think it's there for? You're gonna run those things that they already put in your body 100% in. So there you go. You're living in a controlled environment. Everything they're doing is to control you. What you think technology is for. Everything they give you, the devices, all of these things, the injections, every damn thing is for control. 100%. I'm on the run.